What's up, people? Century Mad Collector here. I was about to say your Prince of Plastic has returned, but no. This is not one of those kind of videos. This is not a toy hunting video. Century, your Sultan of Stone, has returned once more from what feels like a very long hiatus from Statuepreview pre-order videos. And today I am super excited to talk with you guys about a statue that I first saw debut at the Mezco booth at New York Comic Con 2018. It is a statue, the first statue in the Mezcostaticsix statue line. It is the 1/6 scale Conan the Cimmerian statue. Before we jump into all of that, why don't we go over the basic stats and price point. So this guy is retailing for $225 US if you pre-order it right now up on the Mezco website. From the time of recording this video, it's December 2nd. So from now till December 16th, if you pre-order it on Mezco, you can get free shipping. So I pre-ordered mine on Mezco for the points and for the free shipping. And it's also available on Big Bad Toy Store. So whichever one makes the most sense for you, go out and grab him. He, on his base, stands 15 inches tall. Conan himself looks like he's 12 inches tall by 10 inches wide, 8 inches deep, and 8 pounds. So a nice footprint for a 1/6 scale figure. That's one of the things I love about 1/6 scale is that coming from collecting quarter scale and 1/3 scale statues, this is not taking up a lot of room. Looking at the base, we get a snow-covered rocky base littered with skull and bones. We get a little blood splatter as well. I wouldn't mind to see even more blood splatter. Production companies, as far as I'm concerned, be generous with the blood splatter. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of that. But we get a little blood on it as well. It looks like we get a huge footprint of what seems to be a monster that Conan is either mid-strike of hitting or is tracking. So the base definitely is telling a nice little story there. You have his fur-lined boots, which are nice and weathered. It looks like you got some snow on the tips of them as well. And the one thing I really want to point out about his anatomy and his physique is that I really think, as far as I can tell in these pictures, the sculpt on his body looks pretty phenomenal. Sculpting overly muscular characters like He-Man, I think historically it has been very difficult to nail the anatomy on super muscular dudes. This sculpt nailed it for sure. The striations in his legs and his arms, the veining in his forearms, all of it I think looks really good. The side of his pec there, like everything is in proportion. Everything is as you would expect it to look for Conan, for a fantasy fighter such as Conan. He's rocking 0% body fat, and everything just looks really good. You can see the scarring over his left leg, on his chest, on his back. He looks battle worn and battle tested. It looks really, really good. There have been, like I've mentioned, characters in the past that have been sculpted, and they're nice sculpts, but some of the detailing and the musculature just does not look right to me, and I don't see any issues from these pictures personally with this statue. So you could tell there's a bit of a seam in the on that front delt leading into his bicep of the arm that's facing forward, that's wielding the shield, but that's expected. It kind of just looks like another striation or another cut, so that doesn't bother me much. The detailing on all of his armor pieces, his belt, the studded bracers, his wristbands look really good. His facial expression just looks like he's weathered, angry, focused. That staring portrait is classic. Great likeness. The roaring or screaming portrait, horned helmet, looks really good too. I love the facial expression, the teeth. I'll most likely be rocking that helmet. I'll probably swap back and forth because they both look just really good. Let me know in the comments what head portrait you would use. But you get a lot, guys, for $225. You get a lot of bang for your buck here. You get 2 head portraits, as I just mentioned, staring and roaring or screaming. You get a removable fur-lined cloak, so there's some mixed media, which I think is a nice touch here. Nothing too crazy, but something that I think will accent him nicely. You get a removable necklace, you get a dagger and a sheath, you get a battle axe, you get a broadsword and a sheath. That's a lot for $225. You know, it's for some of the bigger statues. For an exclusive, you get 2 head portraits, and you know, maybe you get some swap out hands or something, so or arms. So you definitely get a lot here, and that pretty much I think is going to wrap up this little preview. I hope to see more for Conan in this Conan line. I hope we get some sort of monster. Something would be really nice to pair with this guy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this statue, what you would like to have seen maybe added to this or changed on it. Again, like I wouldn't mind some more blood, you know, maybe on his body, on the base. For me, that's, you know, off the top of my head, that's really all I can think of. I think the detailing throughout, like I've mentioned, looks really, really good. And for $225, I mean, I think you are getting your money's worth. So let me know what you guys think of Mezco jumping into the high-end collectible statue game as well. I think it should be very interesting. I think 6 scale is definitely on the rise. Very curious to know what your thoughts and comments are on all of that as well. So that's going to wrap this one up, guys. If you're interested in this statue, like I said, head over to Mezco's website, head over to Big Bad Toy, and go pre-order them before you can't. Catch you on the next one. Peace.